Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back yet again to the ESL Pro League. It is Splyce versus eUnited, about to go into its second map. It's going to be here on Mirage. DeBears is still with me. DeBears.
How's it going?
I'm all right, hanging in there.
Hanging in there? I think we're all hanging in there.
I'm getting ready for the long weekend I have in front of me after our show tomorrow.
Relax, sit back, sit by the pool. Have a couple.
I don't have a pool anymore.
Have a couple drinks. No
Maybe.
Pool. Yeah, have a couple drinks.
Couple Mountain Dews.
Couple Mountain Dews.
Gotcha there, guys. Got
Wink.
the plug.
Wink.
Anyway, yeah, so we're going on to Mirage now, and I mean, so we saw these two teams playing there. Is this just going to be another? I mean, here's the thing, right? You mentioned the smoke setups, and although it turned in like kind of a joke by the end of the match, there it is like a serious thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that comes in like tenfold as you go over towards Mirage.
Yeah, well, luckily for eUnited, the smokes on Mirage are a little easier to do and more well known, especially for like window, the famous, you know, just the A take with smokes, you know, toss one for the stairs, connector, and then CT spawn. Or, you know, I've seen some teams mix it up a little bit where they have more smokes towards the A bomb side and kind of cut through the connector and window and have a little split. Depends on your team that you do. I don't know what to expect from eUnited or Splyce, but I mean, I could assume that they can do the simple A takes where, you know, the smokes that everyone knows. I'm literally every time I pug on ESCA, whatever, everyone knows the smokes, so there's no excuse, to be honest, for them not to know it.
You say that.
I say that, but I assure you that we'll see a couple of those this match. We have to. And it actually still works even on top level. The timing and stuff, you know, you have to do work on it and make sure. Like, I see a lot of teams trying to sneak a person in connector and then do the A smokes, which works very well because then once they're pushed back beyond the smokes, the guy in connector can shoot them in the back or kind of disrupt them. So these people can't just flash and peek through the smokes. All
right, guys. Well, it does look like we're going live. eUnited, not with the best record on this map, but well, neither do Splyce. 0-8 and 0-4.
0-8. Goodness gracious. Watch a demo. Please. Do something.
You'd think you'd start banning it out at a certain point.
0-8's a very rough record.
Yeah, we'll let it go through twice.
I think if eUnited could, they'd just ban every map but Dust 2. I think they're a Dust 2 kind of team. They're just going to play Dust 2 all day.
We are going to see Machine Gun 2 going for, well, a bit of a ballsy move there, but it doesn't play out so well. Vice is going to take him down pretty quickly, but he does spot the hit, so room for fast rotations. It's already picking at least one of these guys off here. That's going to be Vice that gets knocked out as we wait for two more to rotate back over from the A-bomb site. Davey and Asilian, they've arrived in the market, but now need to find a way out. This is going to be an even retake scenario, and I mean, Splyce, you've been a little cautious of someone lining up a flank against them too. You can see Arya rolling back for a moment. There's Asilian. Oh, Arya with a quick flick to grab another one, and then Davey out from market grabs a third. It's just on Shinobi, and he's going to get taken down by Arya. So Splyce with a fast retake. They're going to win the pistol here.
Wow, nice retake by Team Splyce. For a second, thought eUnited, well, they pretty much had this round locked down. They're all nice spots. But, you know, you can't just be in nice spots and expect to win around. You got to kind of have a coordination peek and like, hey, I'm going to peek first and you guys bait me. But they just got literally all picked off one by one. And Splyce just capitalized on that.
Decimated.
Decimated. That's a great word.
Destroyed.
Just imagine them just as powder. You know, decimated. They were once a human being, but now they're powder.
Been annihilated.
Not just vaporized.
Threw them into the mortar and pestle.
Oh, that's kind of dark. Just smashing the... Okay, I'm not going to get into it. But anyways, eUnited, they do have a bunch of flashes. They're going to see if they can do a streamline flash over this wall and try and get into the plant. Hopefully...
I think that's... was that a 100 H damage grenade?
I am not sure, to be honest. I was looking at their utility because I was amazed by what interesting thing they're going to show us.
Well, regardless, it seems like Splyce are shutting things down pretty handily here in the second round. Asilian is taking the duels out from Trip Stack in the back, and then Asilian, or apologies, Crucial, moves in to grab one final frag there. Splyce 2-0, and they take no losses at all, so they're on their way to trying to build up a nice economy in these first few rounds. But, of course, with eUnited having the plant still to work with, they're going to buy up here.
The 6 flash strat sounds good on paper, does not work well in Pro League.
Practice is the word.
Practice. You got to practice a little bit.
You just went to the league there, the standard. Anyway, trying to move their way out. And Crucial obviously realizes the pressure's going to be hot out here in top mid, but he's still challenging it despite how quickly they are pushing in for connector control and whatnot. He won't dare to do that now that they've gotten themselves over here just outside of the area, but Aria is going to move in to try and relieve a little bit. Spots the first player, was looking for another one near underpass, but nobody's going to be watching for that, interestingly enough. They assume it's safe, and that's a fatal mistake that causes them to lose yet another one of their players.
A nice reposition by Splyce. They got the kill. They fell back from connector. Don't overstay your welcome. Make eUnited execute, because we know that, well, I'm sure they know by now too, that they don't like to throw smoke nades. So just hold an angle, hold a crossfire. Pretty much just have an easy time with that. Yeah, pretty much. That's the game plan. If I'm playing eUnited, just literally just crossfire, because they're not going to pop flash. They're not going to smoke you off. Just really just sit back and crossfire. That's all you got to do. Sounds simple. Probably is.
Use that word again.
I'm going to keep using simple. I'm going to just get super simple. I like simple. I don't know, I like the word simple. It's good.
It sounds weird when you say you're going to keep using simple, because now we think of him as a person.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It sounds a little weird when you say it like that.
Context required, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But we have the guys from eUnited now grouping themselves up. I mean, they're not leaving them a lot of time to really go for this hit, and there's still two here from Splyce. What could save them is like a timely jump from Machine Gun to knock him out, but might just be a timely nade. However, Machine Gun switches to the SMG. Not one kill, but two. Missed the third player moving out, but here's Aria. He's actually, a bit of a slow reaction there from him, so it does allow him to get the kill, but ATC tries to walk out, and unfortunately, Asilian was waiting for him to do that exact thing. So Splyce are going to end it while only losing two of their players. Yeah, and this is the big opening moment here, too, is they just allow, I think that was Aria there, to push himself all the way out towards the cat, the end of cat, and I mean, there's no one there to punish it. Nobody's even watching for it. Yeah,
if you're going to play a style like eUnited where you're just kind of run and gun a lot of situations, watch some angles to where like 2 or 3 people can look at a common spot, a common angle. So if a person does peek, all it takes is one bullet from each person. If you hit them like in the chest, it's going to be a kill. It's easy, like just focus fire positionings and call it. They were way too spread out. They got picked off one by one, and it's like they're not even playing that style well. If you're just going to run a gun, like make Machine Gun get hurt. Kill him if he peeks into 3 people. Like go for 1-for-1s at least, not just one by one stuff.
But Machine Gun himself is actually going to get quite a bit of damage tossed out against him there, too, when he tried to go aggressively into the apps again. He does end up managing to escape with his life for now. But you've got Davey sitting here waiting with the SMG. He spots the shadow, so he's able to predict the second player's push out, too. Bringing him down to, well, I mean, much like most of the players in eUnited now, around 15, 16 HP. Vice sitting a bit higher at 68. And CJ, the only one that's unscanned at this point, but Asilian jumping right down the hop off to grab CJ, and then TCK second. Crucial, just getting fed kills at this point. Vice, unfortunately, not a lot he can do.
Yeah, I'm a little upset at Davies' stat track on his gun. It only had like 100 and some kills right there. I expect a person like Davey, he'd probably be in the 10,000s with a submachine gun by now. And with him and his submachine gun, pistoline, shotgun usages, I think he's the master at that. He seems to be the master because he's really good at it.
Just rifles. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's, rifles definitely need to use work, but yeah. Hopefully.
Only that gun that you're supposed to have 90% of the time.
Yeah, people like rifles, Davey likes shotguns. I'm not going to knock a style. Whatever works for Davey.
I main XM1014.
Oh, the auto shotty, huh?
Yeah. No, that's the... You've never heard that?
The XM1. I thought that was the auto shotty.
No,
is that the auto shotty?
No, yeah, that is the auto shotty.
Okay.
There's like a meme, though. It's like, I main XM1014. It's like some guy in MM or something. Someone posted his Reddit. I never actually saw the original thread. It was just... Yeah, I thought it was funny.
It is pretty funny. I like that, Blue. I like it.
Thank you. It's good to feel appreciated once in a while.
I appreciate Blue, and I appreciate eUnited that they do have 4 smokes. Oh, they just threw a smoke. Now they have 2 smokes in their possession. Let's see where they go.
Out towards to get mid control.
All right, okay. They're making progress. They're throwing smoke. I don't know if that landed
I think that was
properly.
supposed to go in window, and it bounced out.
All right, so eUnited. Maybe working those smokes. Maybe it worked out in their favor a little bit. Maybe it's supposed to go there. I don't know.
I believe that was you that said everyone knows these smokes earlier on. So I'm gonna leave that one up to you for anyway. We see United actually they do get a good smoke set up out on this A site too, and Splyce look to try to move out aggressively to counter it out, but unfortunately this doesn't play out. Now they're down 5v3 all of a sudden. They don't really have good opportunities to find their way back into the site. In all honesty, this may just be a save. eUnited found a great entry onto Ari and Davey, and now you've got A2Z moving in here too to cut off any players to try to fall back in T-spawn. They've covered all of their assets, and now it is looking like we should see the 2 remaining players from Splyce do nothing but try to keep these guns in hand. And finally, we'll see eUnited getting up on the board here too.
Yeah, nice little split work towards that A bomb site. The smoker 2 maybe caught attraction of Splyce for a couple seconds, and then it forced, in that timing window, eUnited just kind of pounced on A. You know, did a little tiger pounce, jump on all over Arya and Cillian, and just took over the bomb site. A little Davey, I think he was in that area too. Little jump, little jumpity jump. But it looks like Splyce is going to do the 2-op setup, so they're like, eUnited, they don't smoke, let's just op everywhere, which is smart. If a team doesn't smoke, you op until they start smoking. That's literally it.
They are smoking a little bit at least. Look, there you go. There's that smoke at least.
At least that, but we'll see what happens from there.
They've gotten that smoke pretty consistently. It's just like the A site takes smoke we haven't seen yet, which, again, you said everyone knows. So.
Everyone does know this blue.
I mean, I know one of those smokes.
I think eUnited was taking it to the next level, all right? They were making it seem like they messed up, but it actually worked.
Machine Gun's going to try to move out. That's been his thing, too. He's been trying to play aggressively in apartment so far for the entire half, but that's like the second or third time now where he's failed at it. He's either been like brought down to like 10 HP or just like we saw there, he gotten knocked out completely. So unfortunately, Splyce take a bit of a risk. That doesn't play out. And now they're going to be down a member here, too. And eUnited, well, it worked perfectly in the last round, so they'll go right back to it, just going for the execute there on the A-bomb site. Now, this time the big difference is Davies holding the close angle, so if he can catch this earlier on and punish it, of course, then he may be able to stop it, but it's no longer just going to be coming out the T-ramp. They got Palace pushes moving in, so Crucial needs to be able to support with this, too. And, I mean Davey, unfortunately, is more or less in a one-and-done spot, so if he's able to grab multiple, that's perfect, but that still leaves his teammate out to dry afterwards. There's the first pickup, though. No one in a position to trade. He catches the shadow for the second player, sees the third one going, so Davey, I correct myself, single-handedly shuts down the hit. Crucial's going to find another one, and the CJ tries to sneak in the connector. He, too, is going to meet his own death at the hands of Ari with that second op.
Nice round by Davey, just getting those 3 kills, just really securing the round. United, who really just exchanged a little better. As soon as he died, look how long, like 2 seconds. 2 seconds every time someone peeks. It's like, really? 2 seconds? That you can't do that all at once, maybe? You know, maybe kind of a little more coordination? I'm hating right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so hating.
It's such like a casual, like, it's like, hey, maybe you guys cannot suck for a round or two. It's
I don't know. It's just, it feels like simple, basic Counter-Strike that they're just failing to do. It blows my mind in a way that, you know, this is Pro League. Please do something that's pro-ish, you know? Yeah. Please. But it looks like eUnited do. Hey, that's a nice little smoke right there. Okay, I like it. Making Machine Gun miss his nade.
Ari's going to move in there, too. And look at this. Arya just cleaning up shop. 3 fast kills with the op. At least Vice and Shinobi respond. So the round's not over just yet. Unfortunately, they've used all their utility to get into this site to begin with. So they've got nothing to hold in the post plans. Shinobi, he's even going to be denied the opportunity to plan, I think, because that Molotov landed behind him in the spot he was looking to do it in. There's another pickup from Crucial and another one. Crucial, a fast 2 from him after we saw Arya finding 3. All 5 kills in that round, I believe, from the op. So nicely played by Splyce as they are dominating the playing field at this point. And without proper smokes, and proper utility setups, there's nobody to counter that out.
Yeah, against double ops, it's definitely harder for teams to retake bomb sites. So you definitely need. Okay. So you're eUnited. Let's say we don't know any smokes. All right, they playing a
just
double
for the
ops.
sake of argument, of course.
Just for the sake of argument, we don't know any smokes. Literally, you just gotta. How about you just do this? Do like frog hops with smokes. You throw smoke, you go through that smoke, you throw a little deeper, you go again. Just keep throwing smokes until you get to the bomb site. Let's try something like that. So at least the opera has to shoot through smoke instead of easy kills where they're out in the open all the time and like Arya's having a field day, free shots here and there, no contestant. You know, just like let's do something little creative.
That would be very obvious. But it would be some next level.
Hey, you know what? Obvious or not, I mean, it's pretty obvious.
You can do that with like 2 people at most.
Hey, you know, you're probably right, but It has to be a better idea than just walking and trying to outshoot 2 Alps in a pro level. It's not going to work most of the time. You know, you're not a top 10 team in the world. You can't do that consistently. So how can you be doing it for 24 matches in Pro League, huh? How does that work? Can you tell me that, Blue?
No, I can't.
I can't either.
No one can.
No one can.
Only they can.
Only A2Z can. With the lone deagle, 1 versus 5, can he do it? He spots Cillian, but then he gets. Oh, that was my epic little 1v5.
That was a good build-up, man. That was a good attempt.
I was going to build it up, but A2Z does not get the round. But good news is, eUnited gets to buy. They get rifles. They could take this back. They can turn it around, guys. You can't lose hope. Even when they're down 7-1, Splyce was down 8-1 last half. They come back and win.
I mean, just look at like the frag totals at this point too. What is this like?
A 007.
Oh,
we got James Bond in the server.
Agent TCK. But yeah, there's like, I think there's like 9 kills total for everybody on that team, which is very, very bad. They're basically looking at like 1 frag a round at this point.
Yeah, that's pretty good as an individual. 1 frag per round,
I see
pretty
what
good.
you did there.
But as for a team, I don't know. It might be a little sketch.
And so Splyce hold great control of things. The double op yet to be broken as eUnited are struggling to really find anything. And I mean, here's the thing too: is Splyce really don't even have to hold aggressive mid control. They're for the most part just giving them the opening push, like over here towards the top mid push, and then down over there through underpass too. They're not really resisting that. They're just letting them get to it. And then when they try to go for side takes, 9 times out of 10 they don't really have anything to get through it without running into the double op setup. So they get wrecked anyway.
Yeah, it might work in their favor, though, because they didn't spy anything middle, so maybe they're thinking that they're going to head towards like a B or A execute. So eUnited may be able to sneak into connector or maybe catch a Cillian off guard. He's kind of playing wind a little passively. But I think that nade gives away their positions now. And now they're going to kind of have an idea that, wait a minute, are these guys middle? But they are United. It looks like they are going to try to work through this connector.
They're working in the connector. And here's the thing, too. Davies pushed out. A lot of these guys are really not on the site, so they may actually just hand this over for free, too. However, around the corner, there's a Cillian. He's actually going to get taken down. Now they're in the bomb site here, and all of a sudden the pressure's on. Crucial. Sniping one of the air. Tries to go for a second, but Vice crouches just underneath of the op shot there, so they'll dodge it. Davey trying to work his way in, but A2Z spots that coming. He's going to be able to take down Davey. And it's looking great for eUnited here. They've snuck into the bomb site, and Splyce, all of a sudden, aren't really going to be able to do much about it here. The flank from Machine Gun, he's going to be taken up by Shinobi when he tries to push connector, and for Arya, well, there's the peek from Shinobi. They know exactly where he's at, and when he tries to push back out, he'll end the job.
So that actually worked in favor of eUnited. They were hiding in the middle, and as soon as Crucial and Cillian were kind of peeking through that connector area over the smoke, they didn't spot anyone, so they're probably thinking, hey, they're probably not here. But guess what? They were. They were there. They were waiting in the like little alligators. eUnited, the alligator team, just lurking in the swamp, waiting for you to, have a sip of the lake water.
So mid is like a moat.
A moat. Okay, yeah, you can do moat, swamp area. Just kind of just lurking and waiting, and then right as they're about to okay, let's back off. Boom, they strike.
That was the thing too. Is that's pretty much exactly how it went down. Is they didn't really bother to fully go out to mid and check it. They just assumed that there wasn't anything there, so there was going to be a B take through the halls again. But well, certainly wasn't. And now we are going to see eUnited pushing themselves into the A bomb site here. Davey stuck into the side of Firebox, waiting for a push to come his way. Thankfully, CJ is going to be already lit up there from the Molotov, but as Davey tries to fall back, he'll be flashbang down. A2Z catches the trade, and a second one onto a Cillian. Nice pickup from him. Oh, A2Z! Shot from the up, but instant reaction to take down Crucial. Now it's on Machine Gun, and another amazing shot from A2Z. Spinning around, destroys Machine Gun, and it's all coming down to Arya now. A2Z on the cusp of an ace. They might let him just get it here, too, as Arya, there's no options for him. He's stuck outside a connector.
A nice shot by A2Z. Looked like he was just spinning in circles and just hitting people. Making some hero plays. That's what you kind of need in these kind of situations. And guess what? eUnited did the smoke strat, and it somehow worked. So you can do it. I believe in you, eUnited. You throw some smokes, you can win rounds.
And so now A2Z sneaking his way out there. He wants that ace. I think they know Arya is somewhere in mid, too. Slowly hunting for it. It's not rarely you're going to see this, but however, Arya has certainly given up. So he's falling back over here closer towards T-Spawn to try and sit in a corner and save the op for the next round. And it looks like he may just be able to do that too. Unfortunately, the United guys are hunting it a little bit too slowly, so I don't think they're going to be able to get close enough to him in time. No ace for A2Z. We will see Arya save the op.
Splyce does have a lot of money, though. We have Crucial with almost 9K and David with over 5K, or 4.8K, I'm sorry. And so it's they're able to buy one more round, and they still going to go with the double op setup. So this is pretty risky to do, especially when you're teetering on a little money. But then again, you're playing against eUnited.
That was like a 360 trick shot against Machine as well for A2Z.
It's like he took the AK, was shoot under in between his legs backwards. You know how some people throw that ball backwards when you're bowling?
He went in, got flashed, spun all the way around, and still took out Machine Gun.
He was a figure skater in his past life. Spinning for the stars. A2Z.
And so eUnited now finding a little bit of traction. I mean, it's almost like the last map in certain respects here too, except in a reverse way. But Arya, along with teammate there, they're going to push their way up. They're going to grab the first kill this round, taking down TCK, bringing it into a 5-on-4 and causing some hesitation for the rest of eUnited here now as they just hold in the back B halls and wait for their own opportunity to punish. But Splyce aren't going to waste any time on their own regard here. They've all rotated in, and for the most part, they're going to keep a solid 3 in the site, but actually, again, quick to rotate away back over towards the other site. They did the same thing before, but now it's going to be warranted. Thankfully, though, Davey on this big flank here is going to be able to confirm that it's still coming into the site. He's going to drop one, gets the second one, down goes the bomb, and Ascillion and Crucial will punish the final 2. Nice shutdown from Splyce. Thankfully, they do actually rotate back into those 2 players shifting in through the connector. They're able to knock them out before they can have any impact here, but it's Davey on this big flank that is able to shut down the hit.
Huge flank by Davey at that right time. When he jumped down in the underpass, eUnited started falling back from that B halls, and the person who was middle did not see Davey go underpass, so it was just the perfect time for him to flank, and good round for Team Splyce.
Early flashbacks to Ascillion's going to look to punish onto that one. EV spots CJ peeking off on the right side there, but going to try to get the molly into the back, and it's working perfectly. Arya grabbing the kill, and look at this. CJ brings down his opponent, or apologies, Ascillion brings down his opponent so low. That's CJ that gets knocked out, and Shinobi suffering the same fate, now sitting at 21 HP, just barely survives the encounter, already into a 3-on-5. Splyce, for the time being, at least back in the driver's seat, and we will have A2Z trying to push his way out from Palace, but this time they're lined up to counter it, and Davey's going to shut it down without too much trouble.
Yeah, Splyce is just sitting back at this point. Just they're up in numbers, so there's no reason to really be too aggressive at this point. You know, just let them kind of walk into the bomb side or crosshairs of yourself. And I mean, eUnited, it worked when they hit A. It worked really well. I mean, even though A2Z got 2 or 4 kills that round, they got in the bomb site. They kind of pushed back Splyce, kind of disrupted them, but they decided they're not going to do it again. Lyso picking off Machine Gun off of B, and Shinobi's going to make his way towards Catwalk. Going to fight Arya, shot him in the back, and now eUnited has a chance to win this round, but Ascillion takes him out. He knows he's on Cat, and Shinobi is pretty low in HP. He's going to only take 1 bullet here.
Trying to go hunting for that first player inside a market. Misses the opportunity, though, and now he's going to be peaked in a moment, more than likely by Ascillion. However, he's holding, and well, with only 20 seconds left, Shinobi's going to take the route to try and retreat. But there you go, Davey. And hey, gets a free up from that, too. So right back into the double up setup. Splyce shall go, and it's free for the upgrade this time, too. So he'll get to save a lot of cash by picking that up.
TCK is killless right at the moment. It's not a good feeling. You're just wanting that first kill. You don't know how you're going to get it or what, but you just want to get out of that 0 kill score. Like,
not even a single assist yet.
Yeah, I don't see what kind of damage he's doing. He is doing very little damage. He's done under 250 damage this whole match so far. So he's definitely not shooting. I would be shooting at people's feet at this point. I'd be like, hey, CJ, why don't you go out here? And then I'll just bait the heck out of my teammate. So at least I get that kill, get my confidence going. Crucial taking out Shinobi with a nice headshot. And 0 and 11 for TCK.
Just did the math. That is 17.75 ADR.
Wow, yeah, so he gets a foot shot every round, pretty much.
Pretty much.
He shoots them in their toes. They call TCK the toe killer. That's all he does. He just shoots off people's toes. That's all he wants to do. He's not going to take a human life, ladies and gents. He wants people's toes.
He causes flesh wounds on the battlefield.
Maybe he just likes to collect toes. I don't know. I don't know the guy.
He just violates the Geneva Convention. He doesn't actually go and try to win the battle.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So it's a quick round from Splyce. And they are going to shut that down without losing a single player. Cillian, things get a little bit hairy for him towards the end, but he still wins it up pretty dominantly. And now we get into another gun round here. The final. Thank you, graphics department.
Oh, man.
As they're still going to sit pretty far behind on this one. It's certainly not looking good for eUnited to round a comeback unless they manage to win out these last 2 rounds here. And Splyce, you're going to get aggressive over here on the top mid push. But crucial finding the first one. It even holds back, even drops down and finds a second one. I mean, eUnited are just a mess at this point.
I think he just dropped down the 15 damage right there. Youch. Looks like they do get a kill. Crucial does get picked off. A2Z with a nice pick-off area in that CT toll booth area. Ticket toll booth, whatever your lingo may be. I was going to try and make his way towards this bomb site. Vice, though, is on the other side of the map. So I think A2Z is trying to sell this fake, but Splyce is not buying it. They're going to try to clear out this beach just to be sure. Cillian, those running, he's going to try to flank A2Z, so this actually might work. If A2Z can get a kill right now, Vice can just literally walk and be.
Yeah, Vice is doing a good job here, too, of waiting for her. They've kind of got Machine Gun boxed in certain respects. However, Machine Gun, when he meets the encounter, he is going to win the battle against A2Z. And now Vice is going to push his way out. However, Machine Gun, he already knows the last player is down here. He moves for it, and he shuts it out. Nicely done by Machine Gun. And with that, Splyce win yet another round, 11-3, and looking good to go 12-3-2 as this last buy from eUnited is certainly not going to be that impressive. TCK continues to flounder here.
Okay.
0-12.
If TCK gets a kill, they will win the round. I'm calling it right now.
That's the same amount of damage he had 2 rounds ago, right?
4 rounds ago.
Oh my god.
He's not even hitting a shot. I mean, they have a double op setup, so you can't just peek a corner against a Splyce, especially when they're up so high. Like 11-3, you gotta just disrupt these ops. You got to smoke and push them back and trying to make them retake bomb sites. You can't just walk corners, and that's what eUnited's been doing. They literally just walk up corners and just get picked off every single round.
There's nobody going to check the underneath the platform here too, so it's just a shutdown. Shinobi finds one, actually a bit messy from Davey there.
An assist.
He's on the board.
He's in the game, ladies and gents.
He's on the board with an assist.
Woo!
He's actually probably really mad that he ran into him on the top because he probably would have got that kill.
He would have. But again, a kill. If TCK gets a kill, they win the round.
Now we're going to see the move. It's still no kills for TCK just yet. Cillian hunting within that smoke to try and find Shinobi. A little bit of a peek here actually is going to let him out, but it's not communicated that the offer's back here. He runs in. There you go, boys. TCK. He's got to bait out a teammate to do it, but he does get a frag. Looking to clutch, but not going to happen as Cillian shuts it down. After 15 rounds straight, he finally has a frag, but that's the only frag he has. And he's down 9 rounds against his opponents. So, guys, that's going to shut out the first half here. It's certainly looking good for Splyce. Second half is coming up in just a bit. Stick around for more here at the ESL Pro League.
He's going to get the 1 kill in that bomb coming onto the side. FNX has to stay up. He gets the triple FNX. Oh my god, what a way to win that round. They don't have a smoke, so this orb is still.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Soylent, Xfinity, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, The Score Esports, Mountain Dew, and ESEA.
And we're back with TCK Watch 2016, ladies and gentlemen. A single half, a single kill for him as he sits like 1 in 16 or 15, I think at this point. 16 would not be possible. So, yeah, 1 in 15.
It was either 1 no, because they won 3 rounds, so I think it was like 1-14.
We'll get that confirmed when we get back in the game.
We'll get it confirmed,
But
guys. He did get a kill. He didn't go a goose egg, thankfully. I mean, that's even though he did 1 kill and they lost 12-3 first half, he didn't get the goose egg.
Yeah.
It's a little win. You had to take those little wins into account, okay?
What is that? Is that like mean it's because of 0?
Yeah, goose egg.
Okay, I never got that expression until just now.
Well, you know, you learn something every day, Blue. We learned about soybeans and goose eggs.
Why don't you just say 0?
Huh?
He doesn't get any kills. Why is it gotta be a goose egg?
Goose egg. Have you heard the term?
No, I've heard it. I never knew what it meant though.
You know, it's an older
Moses
term.
always says it, but
Yeah,
anyway.
it's an older term. You know, it's
Sorry,
learning some old lingo.
I'm a youngin', so
It's okay.
anyway.
You're learning, Blue.
Second half, is there any hope at all in your eyes for a comeback on eUnited, or is Splyce just gonna shut it down?
I mean, eUnited's probably questioning their placement, their place in Pro League, I'm assuming. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to be in the minds of eUnited, and hopefully they don't hate on me too much for me hating on them. But it's more tough love, guys. I want NACS to do good. And I want to make this match at least a little entertaining because watching you guys play is driving everyone bonkers. It's you guys, please just throw Strat out there. Do something like a 5-kill 360 shot like A2Z was doing. You know,
that was probably the most
around.
impressive thing we've seen tonight so far.
Yeah, you know, just have some style in your play. At least if you're gonna go down hard, go down with some style. Don't just walk into ops for 10 rounds straight. I don't want to see that. TV don't want to see that.
All right, guys. Well, we are getting into the second half now. Splyce lead 12-3. And if they pick up this pistol round, it may just be a complete washout in the second half as well. So eUnited are going to push themselves up. A2Z taking the lead over here on top mid. Holds his own Aria, as you can see over here too, looking to respond to it. But there's not really a lot of pushes coming out after that one too. eUnited are just going to stick back in their default spots. And they're going to wait for the impending push from Splyce after this.
eUnited's trying to poke around Splyce, though. They do have the bomb towards that B halls, but it looks like they could just swing back and forth depending on what kind of picks they get. But Davey Machine Gun are falling back from A, so it looks like they might just go into a B take.
It looks like they are definitely going to be leading into that too, falling away from their positions outside of the T ramp and mid. Yeah, you left that decoy behind, but it's not going to lean too much here. And for eUnited themselves, they still have those two kind of inside of the window room there, with a position to crawl in through the crawl space and work their way out towards the B-bomb site. But this needs to be quick because this is going to be like an explosion play from Splyce. They're going to move in all at once here. They've got both A2Z and Shinobi sitting over here on the van spot, too. So both of them are in a bit of a risky situation. Shinobi waiting on that right corner, but that's a very predictable position. They're going to look right towards it as they roll out, and Asilian just wrecks him, takes him down. They're going to move in now to try and take out A2Z. He falls back, but it doesn't matter. Machine Gun grabs the kill regardless. Crucial taking a duel with TCK. He's going to get dropped here. Vice responding, however, wrapping around. 2 kills for him. Crucial starting to hold his own, and a quick flick from Crucial, along with the last headshot from Aria, does yield the second half pistol to Splyce.
So what eUnited did was try and do a bait head up right there. You see SK would kind of have that same move, but the difference between them and SK is, I mean, of course SK hit their shots, but SK kept a person on the platform, so they are focused on him. As soon as A2Z spotted that and then ran away, it gave room for Splyce to run up and check all the corners because he can't just jump. I mean, he could jump headshot, but it gave him too much room to check corners. You have to be more of a distraction if you're going to do a little bait setup. And Asilion just, Shinobi not knowing his angles, or I don't know what that was, just sitting there like a duck. Gooses, ducks.
You could see that coming too. Freaking looking at the two of them like, one of them's going to spot the other one in about 2 seconds here. Shinobi had his head out. Asilion saw it. I think he was questioning it for a second. Didn't want to give away his position, but he's like, wait, is that a head? Oh, well, this is an easy kill. I'll just take this.
Let's do a little one click, and you know, Asilien's going to just kind of wait out. These guys are just going to wait around because eUnited, pug style, they're going to peek, they're going to run around. You know, so there's no need to rush anything, especially on an eco where you have guns and eUnited has pistol armor.
So for Splyce here, leading the way, of course, and looking to get themselves onto a pretty quick path towards 14 rounds United have started to rotate out to hold more mid control, but the problem is Davey has like a flank lined up for them there. CJ actually able to take down Davies. They've knocked out at the least, but as Arya moves in, A2Z waiting around the corner. He'll grab nothing though. Arya just takes him out. They have the players working their way in through underpass, but I think they've expected this. Actually, maybe not. CJ has a bit of an element of surprise to it. Machine Gun's trying to check multiple angles here, but the problem is when he does that, there you have it. CJ moves in. Quick trade from Vasilian though, and it all falls to Vice. He'll get knocked out by Crucial. 14 rounds for Splyce.
Big mountain to climb. Mount Everest for eUnited to beat Team Splyce. Now,
like,
who would ever say that for Team Splyce? You have to climb Mount Everest to beat Team Splyce. I don't think anyone would ever say that, but I'm saying it right now.
The old Danish SK roster would say that when they try to qualify for Mildred Columbus.
Oh yeah, they'd say that.
It's just bringing back history though.
Bring back a little
Opening
history.
up some old wounds.
Yeah, you know, you gotta rub salt in
I think that was SK.
You gotta rub salt in the wounds here and there. You know, gotta remind people. You know, learn from their mistakes.
Yeah.
You gotta make eUnited learn from their mistakes. Hey, we need you to play better.
So Vasilian here moving himself in, and again, this is just the trash round 2 from eUnited. Obviously, we're not going to expect anything fantastic from them here. They've already lost 2 of their players. The rest are probably going to get knocked out pretty soon as well, but actually that Molotov, they're just going to walk right over it there. Takes down Shinobi, and the other 2 are following pretty quickly too. Oh, Machine Gun actually got looking in the wrong direction, so they will lose him some economical damage done. It's those little victories that you gotta count towards, but ultimately, Splyce is on match points, so that little victory will mean nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Mean little to nothing. Oh man, I'm dumbfounded in many ways, but you know, you would think that. I always expect teams to have at least some progress, you know, like get better eventually throughout the season. Maybe you don't win your matches, but at least, you know, show like improvement, signs of improvement. I don't see that in the bottom. I don't know. I mean, I see improvements in Splyce. They're actually working better. I see them, you know, they have close matches. They're not doing well in the win department, but they're, you know, you see them trying, you see them executing.
By this flank coming in from Vasilian, and this has pretty much shut down the defense from eUnited. It was actually looking good at first. They were in great positions to find trade, but they had nobody watching out for the flank. And Vasilian, nicely done, catches CJ trying to jump in through the window there. He makes the jump, but unfortunately doesn't stay alive for very long after that. So it all falls to Vice. Probably actually one of the better players from eUnited in this set so far. But he's got to pull off a miracle 1v3 here too, and it's not looking that great. The bomb's already been down for a while. He's got no kid. He's got 2 flashbangs. They've been in to chase out this kill, but yeah, there's no reason for Vasilian to peek that. It's the final round potentially. And as he moves in, Crucial is going to shut it down. So there you have it, a dominating second map victory for Splyce. They're going to take control here and go 2-0 for the evening. Now actually passing eUnited and having 3 wins for the season, whereas eUnited are going to remain behind down at 2.
I think I've said enough to what I've had to say this entire match. I think I don't need to say anything more about eUnited, but Splyce, they did pull out the win, second win for Machine Gun, and that's all I got to say about
2 in
that.
1 night.
2 in 1.
He infinitely multiplied his wins.
Hey, yeah. Oh, you doing math again.
I'm worried about it though. So anyway, we have the analysts ready for us, guys. Let's take it over to them to discuss this fantastic North American match.
Yeah, and there you have it. Splyce now tripling the amount of wins that they had before they started the day, and eUnited doesn't look like they're going anywhere fast besides possibly relegation.
Yeah, I guess they're going to the Mountain Dew League. I mean, yeah, I don't know what. There's not really too much to say about that. They didn't really seem to have too much on their T side. It was super puggy, and it just got shut down pretty regularly. They got dominated.
So TCK, probably one of the most underwhelming performances we've seen so far in Season 4. I don't know what his stats were eventually, but 27.4 ADR, only 3 kills total. We're sitting there joking, and I don't know if it was taking shots at me or hold on. I don't know if you're taking shots at me or TCK, but you said I could plug in a controller and do better, and I was like, hey, I use mouse and keyboard.
I think. Just throwing grenades, I feel like you could do more damage. But the good thing is when somebody has stats like that, it calls for a random golden kappa test in chat. I've been told
this one for so long.
Yeah, dude, the random golden kappa test is like my favorite new thing to do.
Yeah.
Like I'll spam people's streams with bits and donations, just be like random golden kappa test. And if anybody has it, Cameron, the director tonight, said he will donate you $500. That is not actually true though. He said
doll hairs.
He said no, yeah, doll hairs. 500 doll hairs. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there's not really too much to say about that, right? TCK super underwhelming performance, just across the board. They got dominated, and I think now they're 2 and 22. So if my math is correct, and doing math on stream is always risky, 2 more maps left. I don't know that they can avoid relegation at this point. They may have I'm
not sure who they're even going against either, but they're not going to have a better chance than they did against Splyce. And
no, that's a great point.
Splyce, Sicilian, pretty solid game for him overall. He was 24-3, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, Daze calls that a stat pad match, and I feel like Sicilian took full advantage of that. Yeah, that's a crazy stat line. What was it, 20-3? He was 20-3.
I don't know, but I don't know how Blue doesn't know what a goose egg is. But I'm glad that we can learn something new every day here. But and if you guys didn't know, check out the Score Esports app and go to thescoreesports.com. It is the best place for news and stats. You can find out just how many toes TCK probably shot in that last game. You may not be able to find exactly that, but go ahead and check it out. And don't go anywhere. We're going to actually have a really solid match going on between Optic Gaming and CLG after this break. Golden Kappa, get it in the chat.